Wizardry Online's launch experiences a delay, Dragon's Prophet starts off testing in Europe, the free-to-play console age begins, and more on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Fans of the permadeath Dungeons & Dragons-inspired MMO Wizardry Online were in for a bit of bad news last week when SOE announced the title would be delayed 2 weeks, meaning the new official launch date is January 30th. At first, Sony offered up no explanations for the delay, until community manager Pietro spoke up in an official thread on the game's website, citing some items as the potential causes for the delay. He said, "The transition from beta to live requires integrating with a good number of other systems. We are also planning to launch on Steam, which complicates matters and requires other sorts of implementation work. Specifics aren't necessarily meaningful to those who aren't familiar with our internal systems or particularly valuable. That being said, we aren't wasting this time, and we are definitely looking to see what else we can accomplish. More news later this week, I'm suspecting." Unfortunately, no extra news concerning the delay has yet to surface, and it seems as if the players will simply have to wait until the game's new release date. Do you think Sony Online Entertainment had other critical reasons for delaying Wizardry Online? Let us know your theories below. This week, Dust 514 kicked off the start of its open beta, but it also signaled a transition toward quality, high-profile free-to-play titles on home consoles. For those unfamiliar with the PlayStation 3 exclusive Dust 514, the game pits players as mercenaries who fight in strategic first-person shooter engagements. The battles themselves are funded by players of the Spaceship Sandbox MMORPG EVE Online. Players in EVE can offer up credit rewards to mercenary players in Dust 514 in exchange for their allegiance in planetary battles in order to gain control over EVE Online's galaxy. EVE Online players can even aid their mercenaries in battle through orbital bombardments from their ship, which happen in real time. The end result is a very symbiotic relationship and one that perfectly fits within the two games' inherently different playstyles and platforms. It's for these reasons we here at MMOBomb now shift from covering free-to-play PC games to covering both PC and console free-to-play games. If you're interested in trying out Dust 514, the game is available for download through the official PlayStation Store. Would you play free-to-play console games? Let us know below. You may remember Sony unveiling its next MMORPG, Dragon's Prophet, at last year's SOE Live. The dragon-collecting, Pokemon-ish MMO had a pretty impressive showing during the convention, with promises of a revolutionary auto-targeting system that gives players unprecedented control during battles. After the initial presentation, however, Sony went mum, and we haven't heard of any progress until just recently, when Infernum, creators of Brickforce and European publishers of Dragon's Prophecy, announced the Friends and Family beta test had begun. Only a limited number of selected participants will have access to the game initially, with the focus being on refinishing the game with a keen eye toward Western tastes. The actual closed beta phase is reported to begin very soon, and Infernum encourages fans to keep an eye on their Facebook and Twitter for a chance to join in. Keep in mind this is just for the European version and not the North American version, which is being published by SOE themselves, and whose closed beta date has yet to be confirmed. Players from both Europe and North America can sign up for the beta whenever that may be by visiting the game's website. Last week, Funcom announced the latest update to Age of Conan, called Secrets of Dragon's Spine. From the title alone, we can already tell there might be dragons, or at least a dragon's spine, involved in the plot. Because, you know, things that are named after dragons and fantasy MMOs must be forever intertwined. Upon closer inspection, it appears as if the expansion focuses on new journeys for high-level players. The update's new trailer shows off the incredible aesthetics of Dragon's Spine, along with giving us a glimpse of the new dungeon called the Sepulchre of the Worm. Players will need to approach the ruins carefully, though, as there are rumors surrounding the Emerald Lotus's return, bringing with them their alluring and corrupting powers. We're also warned that there may be even darker powers dwelling beneath the dragon's spine. But like most things, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. The content is now live, and in order to access it, you must be a premium player. The premium status comes at the price of $15 a month, which in layman's terms means it's a subscription. An older news post on the site from last month actually says the expansion would be free, but I suppose they just forgot to include the line for premium players only. And the game of the week is Renaissance Heroes. Renaissance Heroes is a 16th century Leonardo da Vinci inspired FPS that bears similarities to old school Twitch shooters from the days of Quake and Unreal Tournament. In Renaissance Heroes, players can choose from a multitude of playable characters, each with their own intricate cosmetic style and unique attributes. While one character may be focused on heavy defenses and move slowly, another may be focused on speed and maneuverability at the cost of health. Players have a range of weapons at their disposal, all inspired by Da Vinci drawings and alchemy magic. Gain access to exploding hammers, heated crossbows, clockwork rifles, and more intricate weapons, all while leveling up and unlocking new items. Renaissance Heroes features stunning graphics courtesy of the Unreal 3 engine, along with large expansive levels filled with strategic health, armor, and power spawns for players to contest. The game recently launched into its first open beta period, where 2 brand new characters and maps were introduced. Players interested in trying out Renaissance Heroes can snag some exclusive gear for the game by heading over to MMOBomb and checking out our special giveaway, which grants players an MMOBomb exclusive character costume, a free experience boost, and more. And that's all we have for you this week, but as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment below. And until next week, check out MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action.